Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to 8 Ball Sports, and it's going to be the LSU Auburn video. This is being recorded at it's past midnight right now, so that's why I just said almost over midnight. But it's late, so this one's going to hopefully be quicker than the other ones. But a great game we had here, number 12 versus number 7. LSU with the last-second field goal to beat Auburn for the second straight year, snapping Auburn's 13 straight home game win streak, and really putting LSU in the SEC, like top of the SEC, and possibly into the playoff contention. Joe Burrow's 15 of 34, 249, a touchdown, no interceptions. Not a good first half. I believe he was 6 for 20 in the first half, but came out and was 9 for 14 in the second half, including some absolute great throws. Some that, if they were an inch lower or an inch higher, could not be caught. Or at least not caught by his guys, especially the big 75-yard touchdown, or however long it was, 71, I think it was. That throw was perfectly placed, and of course the receiver did the rest, sprinting to the end zone. But Burrows had a really good second half, and was pretty much the reason that LSU was in this game. In the past years, LSU has not had the quarterback that could do that. I think Burrows is good, and that may just be because I am an Ohio State fan. He did transfer from Ohio State, and I'm rooting for him. But I think LSU's quarterback position has been filled for at least this year, something I feel like they haven't had in past years, and that's kind of been the reason they've struggled. They've had the defense, they've had the running backs, they at least haven't had the quarterbacks. And I think Burrows can be that quarterback that could lead LSU back to where they once were, about 10 years ago under Les Miles, where they were winning national championships. Brissett's 19 carries, 69 yards. Not really much going on there. And then Edwards-Hilaire did have a rushing touchdown on like 13 carries. He didn't have many yards. Auburn's defense is not going to give up a lot on the ground. Their front four, their linebacking core, all very, very strong. The secondary is young, though, and that is something that I think Burrow took advantage of in the second half and was kind of the difference in this game. LSU's defense did have 2 interceptions, which was huge, and their special teams, 3 out of 4 of field goals, including, of course, the game winner. Now for Auburn, Stidham, 16 of 28, 198 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. One of the interceptions, the one where it was, I believe the second one, if I'm not mistaken, the one where the Auburn receiver was either supposed to run a curl or it was a miscommunication or something, and Stidham threw a back shoulder throw, but there was not really a back shoulder to throw to, and the LSU guy turned around and saw the ball and just stopped running and intercepted it. That one was a confusing play. I don't know whose fault that was, but that was one of the interceptions. And that was the difference in this game, turnovers, when you look at it in that way. Their running back did have 22 carries for 104 yards and a touchdown, and they also had another one, with 7 carries, 25 yards, and a score as well. Slayton receiving was 3 catches, 33 yards, and the lone touchdown. Sorry, I'm having some trouble talking right now. It is late. No one really did anything in the receiving game to talk about. Not really any standout receivers running the ball. I think it's Whitlow did have a really solid game, but it wasn't enough. Auburn's offense was good, and LSU has a really good defense, so I'm not necessarily blaming Auburn's offense, but they have to put up more than 21 points. And they also missed a field goal. Make that field goal, this game's different. LSU would have had to try to score a touchdown on that final drive instead of being content and stopping and kicking the field goal. So what else do I want to talk about? The last drive by LSU was really, really nice. They had a third down conversion where Burrows threw one to the outside to like a really tall guy, and this Auburn guy, jumped up for it. And I made another perfectly paced pass. He caught it and then reached the ball out past the first down marker. And they had another fourth down conversion where it was a throw across the middle. And it was another accurate throw. Receiver made a nice catch on it. There were some questionable penalties in my eyes. But there were questionable penalties for both sides. So I don't want to hear Auburn fans saying, they lost this game because of the refs. Because there were some that went their way that I was also like, that could be pass interference, but is it really? But yeah, Tracy, LSU's kicker, kicking the game-winning field goal. Great kick, kind of a line drive one. Didn't have much air underneath it, but had plenty of leg. And right off the bat, going down the middle, it was obvious. I think he was going to make it. So yeah, what does this mean for both teams? It's gonna be a little quicker one. It looks like I actually am gonna make this one quick. What does this mean for both teams? For Auburn, playoff hopes are not out. I just talked about it in the Ohio State TCU one. One-loss teams have won it. There hasn't been a single undefeated national champion since the playoff era. Alabama won it last year, and they lost to Auburn. Clemson won it the year before, and they lost to. I don't remember who they lost to. They lost to Pittsburgh, I think, because blew it. Their kicker, Pittsburgh's kicker, did not blow it. If I'm correct, I think that's their one loss. The year before, was that also was that Bama? See, 2017 was Alabama, 16 was Clemson, 15 I would think is Bama. Yeah, Bama beat Clemson. Bama had lost to somebody that year, I assume. I think maybe they lost to Ole Miss that year. I think it is that year they lost to Ole Miss. And then the year before that, Ohio State, who lost to Virginia Tech that year. So, Auburn, do not be discouraged. The only problem is you have a really hard schedule. You're going to at least have to play Bama. I don't know if you have to play Georgia in your schedule. I don't know your schedule for sure. But even if you beat Bama, you have to go to the SEC championship game and beat Georgia. Tough road ahead. Every team in the SEC can put up a fight. But your playoff hopes are not out. And if you're LSU, this has been one of your best starts in recent history. You have the quarterback. You have a good running back. You have a great defense. I think this LSU team is going to be a real contender in the SEC and a possible contender for the playoffs. We'll just have to wait and see just how many of these games they can pull out. Can they beat a Bama? Can they beat a Georgia? Can they win the games they're supposed to win? That'll be big questions down the line. But if you're an LSU fan, I think you should be happy with this win. And for an Auburn fan, another fourth quarter lead blown to LSU. It's back-to-back years. And that's got to sting. That's got to sting. It sucks. It would suck. But you're not out of it yet. Don't give up hope on your team yet. Close game. Really good game. Probably one of it and the Ohio State TCU game to me were the top two top two games today. The TCU Ohio State one. I just made a video about it, so go check that out. But that was a really close game for most of it, even really pretty much till the end. And then this game, obviously, was punch thrown after punch thrown. Really good game. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit a thumbs up. Please, it's 12 p.m. I'm still out here making videos for you guys, so I'd really appreciate knowing that you like to see this stuff. Please leave a comment down below. If you're an Auburn fan, I know it hurts, but you guys can still make the playoffs. So leave it, I don't know, just comment something down below. I can't think of anything clever. And if you're an LSU fan, how much do you like Joe Burrows? Because, again, he was the backup at Ohio State the past couple seasons, and I personally liked him, but I think Haskins was better. But Burrow's a good quarterback, and do you think Burrows is that quarterback that can take you to the next step, possible SEC championship, possible national championship? Leave that in the comment section down below. If you're just a casual college football fan like me, and you're just scrolling through random videos, leave down in the comment section who you think is going to win the national championship this year, and I'll be sure to reply, read, ask any questions that you want down there. I'll reply. I'll heart or whatever you want to happen. I'll pin the comment even. But again, yeah, subscribe to the channel for more college football content. We're getting closer to 70 subscribers, which of course is closer to 100 subscribers, and it would really mean a lot. Again, if you love college football like me, that's the reason I make these. I love the sport. It's the most exciting sport to watch to me because every game matters. In the NFL, you can lose 5 games and still make the playoffs. In college football, you lose a game, and just like that, your playoff hopes have shrunk down. You lose 2 games, and I don't even know if you have playoff hopes anymore. You're probably going for your division title. So, again, love college football. If you love college football, subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting these weekly, every Saturday, over all the big games, big upsets that happen. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later.